So have you ever wondered, does it really take 7 to 10 years for gum to leave your colon after you swallowed it? Or does spicy food cause ulcers? Well, in this video today, I'm going to go over the most common GI myths. You may have heard about them. I'm going to debunk them. I'm going to give you the truth about them. And you can hopefully learn more to help out with your GI tract. Guys, let's talk about food. Howdy y'all, Dr. Samir here, aka your poop guru, trying to give you the best tips and tricks to help out with your health. And in this video today, we're going to go over the most common myths you may have heard about your GI tract. We'll explain what that may be, and we'll explain, are there truth or are there fiction when it comes to these particular myths. So myth number one, it can take 7 to 10 years for gum to digest. No way! There is no clinical evidence that it takes that long for gum to be inside your GI tract. Now, I know we usually see gum whenever we have a bowel movement because gum is one of those substances that cannot typically be dissolved easily and pass through your GI tract. But like any food, it just takes a couple of days to get that done. Gum doesn't gum up your insides. Yes, I'll be here all day. No, gum passes through like any other food inside your GI tract. So, complete myth. Number two, spicy food causes ulcers. No way. Now, every grandma in the world will tell you this, but we have no evidence that spicy foods causes ulcers. Now, spicy foods can make reflux symptoms worse and regurgitation worse, absolutely, especially if you live here in the South, like Tex-Mex. Oh yeah, that can really get you going, and it can act up your hemorrhoids, but it does not cause ulcers. The two main causes of ulcers are H. pylori and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medications, Aleve, naproxen, Advil, Motrin. Those are the medications that can cause ulcers. Spicy foods, unfortunately, does not do that. Number three, only alcoholics get liver cirrhosis or liver disease. Completely false. I'm so glad that somebody brought up this particular myth. Alcohol used to be a common cause for liver disease and cirrhosis. But guess what the number one cause is for liver cirrhosis? Fatty liver disease. Yes, fat accumulates in the liver over time, causing inflammation, scarring, and liver cirrhosis. So now that is the number one cause of liver disease. Can you believe that a disease based on lifestyle can be the reason why you can have liver failure? It's not alcohol anymore, nor is it hepatitis C. It is now fatty liver disease. Next, nuts lead to diverticulitis. So many questions about this and so much confusion on the internet about nuts, seeds, popcorns when it comes to diverticulitis. Let me set the record straight right now. There is no evidence at all that seeds, nuts, popcorns, strawberries, whatever can lead to diverticulitis. Those seeds do not get stuck in those pockets and cause inflammation. No evidence at all. In fact, I want you to be on a high fiber diet. And a lot of fruits and vegetables have a lot of fiber. You should be on that. That's going to decrease your risk for developing diverticulitis. So go crazy, I don't care. Enjoy that food. Not a big deal. Next, IBS is all about changing your diet. I love this because this is so not true. There are so many reasons why people can have irritable bowel syndrome or IBS. Diet, change in your gut microbiome, the gut-brain axis, visceral hypersensitivity, leaky gut, inflammation. And so diet plays one part of IBS, but it's not the whole part. And so IBS is not a diet-related disease. Anyone who tells you otherwise is completely wrong. For some people, it may be diet, medications, natural therapy, hypnosis, acupuncture. It really just depends on each individual person. Everyone is so different and everyone's cause is so different as well. To say one cause can fix everyone is completely wrong. Next number, the 5-second rule. I actually have a video on this. I'll put a link right here. But is the 5-second rule actually true? There is no evidence that food dropped on the floor is safe or not contaminated. No evidence at all. It depends on so many factors. What food is dropped? Is there a sticky substance to it? What is it dropped into? Is it dropped on dirt? Well, that's not very good. Is it dropped on a clean floor? That may be okay. Is it dropped in the bathroom? Who knows? There are so many nuances when it comes to this, so one set rule is not true. I can tell you for a fact, the 5-second rule is not true. Next, Smelly farts means that something is really wrong with your gut. Guys, come on. Farts are not supposed to be smelling like roses or cologne or maybe even Old Spice. Farts don't smell good. But it doesn't matter how your farts smell, because the smell of your farts does not determine if there's something bad going on inside your GI tract. Not at all. Some of the most healthiest foods, like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, can cause the stinkiest farts out there. Maybe you have lactose intolerance, and that's why your farts can stink as well whenever you have dairy. Don't worry about your smelling farts. Not a big deal. Next, you should be pooping every single day. Now, I don't know where this came from, but I can tell you my grandparents have told me this. My parents have told me this as well. There is no evidence that you need to poop every single day. The medical definition of constipation, get this, is between 3 bowel movements per day and 3 bowel movements per week. Yes, that is considered a normal spectrum. And so you don't need to be pooping every single day. The most important thing is how you feel when you're having a bowel movement. Are you straining a lot? Are you pushing a lot? Is there blood? Is there a lot of abdominal pain? It doesn't matter how many bowel movements that you have. If you even have that with every single bowel movement every single day, you need to get checked out. If you're going 3 times a week, you have no issues and you're feeling fine, not a big deal at all. Next, you need to wait 30 minutes after you eat to go swimming. So this is hogwash that every parent tells their child. I've even told my children this myself. The idea is, as you're eating food, all that blood supply goes from your arms and your legs into your stomach to help you rest and digest. What I think is going on is people assumed because you lose that blood supply going to your arms and your legs, that as soon as you start to swim, that lack of blood flow will cause you to cramp up and make you drown. Trust me, you have enough blood in your whole entire body to not cause cramping and to not cause you to drown from cramping or from eating afterwards. You may have some cramping at times, but you're not going to be drowning from it. Next, probiotics cure everything when it comes to your gut. Well, that's easy. If that worked, I would not have a job myself. So when it comes to probiotics, it is 90% marketing, 90% myth, and 10% a sprinkle of science. The data just doesn't support using one pill to change everything within your gut microbiome. Everybody's gut microbiome is so different. It's like having a fingerprint. Your fingerprint is different from my fingerprint, and taking one little pill is not going to have the same effect on you as it does for me. And the issue is that probiotics are not very well regulated. We don't know what is considered the standard gut microbiome. We don't know exactly which probiotics are going to be the best thing for you. We don't know what are going to be the best probiotics out there in the market. We don't even know if the probiotic that you are taking right now actually has the ingredients to make it into a probiotic. I can go into my garage, call something a probiotic, sell it, and no one can say anything otherwise because these are not regulated. We just don't have enough information now when it comes to probiotics. Next myth, I got food poisoning from the last thing I ate. So in actuality, this actually may not be true. It takes hours to days to digest food. So it actually may not be the last thing you ate. It may be the second to last thing that you ate or the third to last thing that you ate, depending on your digestive process. And so it actually may not be the soonest thing that you ate because of the time that it takes to actually digest your food. And there are so many reasons why people can have food poisoning. It could be a virus, it could be bad bacteria, it could be just bad food, it could be the way you digest it, maybe it's the food that you're eating. There's so many factors when it comes into getting poisoned by food. So I love doing these Mythbusters. Let me know in the comments down below what other Mythbusters you want me to talk about, what other questions you have. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to a weekly newsletter where you get great tips and tricks like you're learning in this video. Guys, I hope you have a happy and healthy day. And don't forget, let's talk about poop. Thanks, everybody.